This is just a short video to help you with the Kahoot so you don't panic over this assignment. You're going to want to Google Kahoot. Now, I would look for Kahoot.com because when you Google it, you might find Kahoot.it. If you find Kahoot.it, that's when they want you to put in the PIN number and actually play in a classroom, play Kahoot. You don't want that. You want Kahoot.com. Ignore this other stuff. It's just on there already. Once you get to Kahoot.com, you're going to have the opportunity to make your own account. And so for me, if you go over here, I've got, play or log in. I can log in because obviously I've been there before, but somewhere up here you should have an option to create an account. It doesn't cost you anything. If you see anything that's talking about money, then scroll to the bottom. There should be a very thin, tiny green line that says continue for free, no thanks. You're going to want to click on that. Don't pay anything. When you create it, it's going to ask you for your name. Please use your real name. That way when you do your Kahoot and it comes up with your username, I know who to give credit to. Also, when you create your Kahoot, it's going to ask for your date of birth. Please put your real date of birth. They just want to make sure that you're not 13 or under. Okay? So they have rules about that. Once you make your account with Kahoot, which again is free, okay, you're going to want to come up to create. It'll look a little different for you, but you should have a create at the top. And when you get to create, you want to create a new Kahoot. Yours won't look exactly like this because it's got me listed as a teacher. Oh, yeah, when they ask you what you are, you want to put student, obviously. Anyway, so you're the student. So you create. You're going to start up here with your title. For your title, it would mean a lot to me if you put your name, like your actual name. That's just going to help me. And then you can just put rulers and robes. It's not a super big deal, but that will help. Rulers and robes, notes, whatever. Okay, down here in description, it's helpful if you put hashtag Sneads High School. Okay, so everything else that it defaults on, you want to keep except the music. You can change the music. Reggae, funk, disco, on and on and on. I'm going to pick Halloween just because, not quite Halloween, but I'm going to do it anyway. Click done at the bottom. So now you can see up here, we've got the name. It automatically defaults to the first question. This is what you want to do to make it easier for yourself. You want to have your rulers and robes, open another tab. Hopefully you only have two, you don't have a million that are confusing. All right, so over here you want to stick close to the orange words because you want to just do vocabulary words. Okay, this way we're sure everyone's getting content that's really going to help you review that could actually be on the test, because you could pick out a little something somewhere and it's interesting, but it's not going to be on a test and you don't necessarily have to remember it. So here, let's see right here, it says the first half of this period, or the early Middle Ages, it was considered kind of a whole in European economic, military, and intellectual power. The high and late Middle Ages weren't considered as lacking, but they were still thought as less culturally vibrant than subsequent eras. Okay, so you're going to want to work with this a little bit. You don't want to just copy and paste it exactly like it is. Okay, so here, kind of a whole, they're saying that it's lacking. So what I'm going to do to start with, I'm just going to copy this. Now for copying, of course, you can do right click. Some laptops don't work well with the right click and then the paste. Some they have to do Control C and then Control V. For some laptops, for the kids in class, that's not working for them. And so what they're doing is after they highlight it, you're going to hold the left part of the mouse down. I know you've got the keypad, so I really don't know what to tell you about that. Hopefully you know how to do it. But for a mouse, you've got your left click. You're going to hold it, and then you're going to pull it. Like, see how I'm pulling it? You're going to pull it up to wherever your Kahoot tab is, and the Kahoot should pop up, and then you keep holding it, and don't let go till you're over the click to start typing your question. So that's pulled it over, just like it is. I want to change it a little bit because just like it is, kind of a whole, it doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to put that the early Middle Ages was considered lacking Okay. Then here we've got everything. We've got the whole statement, but we want to turn it into some kind of a question. So I'm going to take this off, but I'm going to copy just in case it's going to work for me. Early Middle Ages, it changed the font, but it did not copy for me. Or you may be able to drag it, just drag it down. Let's see if it'll let me drag it down. We don't want to put it there. Let's make an answer too. It didn't work. Oh, that's sadness. Anyway, I'll try copy paste. Okay, that worked. I want to take the comma out though, because that comma looks ridiculous. So however you can get it to work. Of course, I want to take it off of there, because if I leave it up there, then they have the answer. And now this period doesn't make sense. Okay, so blank was considered lacking in European economic, military, and intellectual power. Sometimes these are too long. Sometimes you have to shorten them however you can. If there are any words you can take out that once you take it out, you can still understand it, do that. Sometimes you have to rewrite it. You can't copy and paste. But if you can copy and paste, it's easier. Just working with this is going to help you learn it. Just the process of going through this is going to help you, even though you're copying and pasting. For the answers, you don't have to use vocabulary words. You don't have to use anything that's going to confuse them. But it's really, it's really just up to you. So here, for one, I'm going to put late Middle Ages, and then I'm going to pull for something from something else entirely. So we're thinking of a time period. I don't know. It doesn't even have to be a time period. It can be a nonsensical answer. So it can be something like pizza. I mean, I can put Klingons, and that is a dated cultural reference that you probably know nothing about, but Klingons have to do with Star Trek. Not important. Okay, so you've got to mark the answer. If you don't mark the answer when you go to save it, it's going to make you save it as a draft because it's going to tell you there are problems to fix. So over here on Early Middle Ages, I'll make sure I click that. Where'd it go? There we go. See, it turned green. So you're going to make sure you click that before you go on, because later you might have forgotten the answer, because even though you're working with it, this is your first time being exposed to it. Okay? We're going to save the photos for the end because we want to get these pictures done. I'm sorry. There we go. The Kahoot's done, but we'll do the pictures later. Okay? So first do the Kahoot, then later we can pull pictures. For example, here I might get a picture of a Klingon. Do you want to know what a Klingon looks like? You probably want to know. God, I hope I can load this thing onto YouTube. I mean, I've done it for my photography business, but not for that. Okay, so images. Here we go. Okay, there's Worf. Do y'all know Worf? You probably don't know Worf. I like this one. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, someone was telling me too, you can click on that and you can drag it over too. So I'm gonna try, wait, no, that's rulers. I want Kahoot. Kahoot. Let's see if it works. Just because you're watching, that's why it's not working. It did work before. Let me try this one. Kahoot Creator. Well, it works sometimes, so you can try it. There's always a traditional way. Anyway, so you've got it finished, because again, you're going to do the pictures later. You come back over here, you add your next question. For you, you're going to have two choices. You're only going to have quiz or true and false. You can mix them up. They cannot all be true and false. Okay? So I would say half of them can be true, false, half can be quiz. Break it up however you want. If you have any problems, just text me on Remind. I get Remind quicker than anything. And let me know if you have a problem. I am happy to help you. When you're done, of course I'm not done, but we're going to pretend we're done because the bell's about to ring and kids are going to come. So this can't be played because look, I gotta fix something. Question missing. Oh, that's that second one where I didn't finish. Okay. So I've gotta put something here just so I can show you how to share. If I can find the question mark. Was it fun? It won't let me change this. See, there goes the bell. Okay, we're gonna say true. It was fun, which, I mean, maybe it wasn't fun. It was only one question. All right, so when you're done, it's going to give you the option at the bottom, share it with others. You're going to click share it with others, and then you're going to put Chase Marsh, all one word. If you do this correctly, you're going to see Cheryl Ann King, Chase Marsh, that's me, share. and clicks, and you're done. That's it. That's all you had to do. Okay, so you're done there. Let me know if you have any problems.